Hi, my name is Michael Coleman. I'm with Athletic Outlets, and we are here with.
Father Tarsis Onema from the Democratic Republic of the Congo and the students at Ave Maria University.
Could you just give the people, I heard your story tonight, and it is truly amazing. If you could just give the people a little insight to who you are, what you do, and what you feel compelled to do.
Yes, what I'm doing here, as I just said, I'm a student, I'm a Catholic priest. What I'm able to do is really social work. That is something I was doing in my country before coming here. Social work involving helping for all kind of social work, homeless, all those things like involved the church is doing. And also what I'm able to do is teaching. I was teaching in my country. What else did you say?
I got you with a question.
Yes.
Yeah, so you talked a lot about violence tonight,
Yes.
and as I was reading a book by Tanasha Coates, which touched on the African American culture and how systematically, psychologically, violence has been such encoded into our genes that it affects our psychological, as I talked about. And then when you touched on Africa, you talked about the violence as well, the psychology of that, and the trauma of that. And this is going to date back thousands and thousands and thousands of years. And as a people, it really starts to diminish self-worth, ability to comprehend all these type of things. But you talked about the Catholic Church providing that amazing opportunity for you to get that education. How do you think, as a minority group, education could help further our ability to comprehend, use the resources we talked about, use our ability, our innate ability to further ourselves as a people?
Yes, thank you. As I said, the country in Africa, we are involved in this kind of violence. And I told you, I'm now 33 years old, and I grew up in the context of war. And you will see even my voice, sometimes I have to speak aloud to be heard. That is our voice. You will see people from Africa, we speak aloud to be heard. Because if you speak in a small voice, people will not hear in this kind of suffering. And that's why you see even violence become like in our nature, because in this kind of context, you have to speak to be heard. You have to speak to say what you need so that they can give you. You have to defend like yourself. And with that, it's become like the violence become like the second nature. And the church is now doing not only helping people to move from this trauma, but also providing for them a good education that builds reconciliation, peace, justice, and unity. Because without Catholic, I don't know what my country would be like in Democratic Republic of the Congo, because we grew in this violence and everything is like a reaction. Our reaction become like you have to defend yourself. Wherever you are, defend yourself.
And when I remember when you talked about being within the church and they were kind of shunning away from the praying. And then I think about in the African American community, the violence is so upfront that we kind of shun away from it because we're like, well, God's not going to help us up front. I need to handle this today. I might need to make this deal today so my family can eat. Dealing with that trauma up front and in your face.
Yes.
How do you think, as a culture, as a people, putting that faith ahead and saying, I have enough self-agency to move forward and become a better person?
Yes, thank you. That's truly what the Catholic Church is doing, because everyone needs to survive for him and his family. Everyone want to put first his interests. That's why all politicians in my country is wars, because they need money for themselves, not for them. And what the Catholic is doing is truly against like our Africa, like the mentality of Africa. Like now that needs my interest, and the church is saying no. If your friend has food and you have food, now there is peace. If your friend doesn't have food, but you have food, you will not have a peace, because in this context it will be some kind of injustice. You have, but I don't have. But we have this access to the same resources, but it seems like you are taking everything for yourself, and because I don't I don't have opportunity, maybe because of some advantages in your life, and that make other people like not, and the church is doing the best to firstly to teach to the rich people. Like those people you see poor, most of them, they are even well educated. But the thing is what, the opportunity is like a minority of group who has everything. Yeah. And they don't give like access to other groups. And now it's like this kind of what Karl Marx talk is like a two-class fighting. Those who need to have access to life, those are saying, if we lose our position, we will not be considered. And now the church is coming to say, you are brother, you are sister, let's live together. If your friend has a problem, help. That's why we have a word in my language called tokimani. Let's hold each other in our hands, and now we will go further. But if you are alone, you will not go far.
Yes, sir. Well, Father, thank you for that amazing talk, and I hope you have a blessed night. And thank you. That was truly inspiring what you did tonight.
Thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.